So today's video is probably going to upset a few people. So stick around so you know what Vistana resorts to avoid, because, you know, the alternatives are so much better. Hello and welcome to Destination Timeshare. I'm Jeremy. Today we're going to be talking about Vistana signature experiences. That's Sheraton and Westin Vacation Club. We're going to be looking at pairings of resorts that are kind of co-located or located in the same areas, and which one of those you should avoid because, well, the other one is just way better. Now I know this might upset just a few people, but hey, a little bit for fun here. So let's dive into it. First up, we have avoid Sheraton PGA Vacation Resort. This is in Port St. Lucie, Florida, kind of just out in the middle of a neighborhood, kind of, sort of, not really, kind of almost on a golf course, but it's not even really directly associated with any golf course. It is in PGA Village there, so if you're into golf, it might be a good location, but they really don't have any, like I said, direct affiliation with any golf course. I even asked them when we were there, hey, do you get a discount for any golf at any of the area courses? They didn't seem like they really did. It's kind of just a number of small buildings. It was supposed to be much bigger and just a simple pool. But guess what? There is an alternative not too far away in Jensen Beach, and that is Vistana's Beach Club. Just so much better. Directly on the beach on Hutchinson Island there in Florida. Really, really nice location. It is just a small resort as well, with only a couple of buildings and a small little pool. A lot of people are really disappointed with the pool there, but the best pool is right there in front of you, the Atlantic Ocean. Great beach there, beach vendor where you can rent some beach chairs. So let's avoid Sheraton PGA Vacation Resort and head over to Vistana's Beach Club instead. All right, now on to number 2, and we're going to head way out west into Scottsdale, Arizona. We're going to be avoiding Sheraton Desert Oasis. This resort, it's actually kind of a quaint little resort. Just got a couple of pools. They have a relaxation pool and kind of a feature pool. Really compact, really kind of packed in there, but there's really nothing all that kind of special, or I don't know, just hard to explain. Just nothing really all that great about that property. But for the same amount, I repeat, the same amount of star options if you're staying on a star option reservation as a Vistana owner, I'm sure cash stays on Marriott.com are a lot more at this other resort, and that just happens to be the Westin Kierland Villas. This resort is truly fantastic. They have an activities pool, they have a relaxation pool, they have a water slide, really a beautiful resort set on a beautiful golf course. Truly has a spa-like atmosphere to it. It's really hard to explain. Sheraton Desert Oasis, just kind of plain. Westin Kierland Villas, completely on another level. You won't go wrong by picking Westin Kierland Villas over Sheraton Desert Oasis. All right, now for the third set here, we're going to be going international, heading down to Mexico. And we're going to be talking about avoiding the Westin Resort and Spa Cancun. This was actually kind of a tough one because we've stayed at this resort as well as the alternative we're going to talk about here. And it's actually kind of lovely, great for swimming, nice beach, right on the ocean. But that is just about all it really has going for it. The location here at the Westin Resort and Spa Cancun really is lacking. It is pretty much a 10 to 15 minute walk away from just about any restaurant nearby. Now it does have a couple of restaurants right there on site. One of them actually is really spectacular right on the ocean, but not a great location. It is closer to the airport, but other than that, the location really just isn't all that fantastic, at least when you compare it to the alternative, and that is the Westin Laguna Mar. Fantastic mega resort further up in the Cancun hotel zone, right across from the La Isla shopping center. This is a massive resort, beautiful infinity pool, great activities pool, great zero entry pool. So the pools at the Westin Laguna Mar kind of far exceed the ones down further south at the Westin Resort and Spa. And like I said, it is right across the street from La Isla, huge shopping center with lots of shopping, lots of dining, restaurants, bars, places to go, things to see right there in the heart of it all. So even if you want to go somewhere else within the hotel zone, maybe another restaurant, well, it's just a short taxi or even bus ride away. So you can't go wrong with the Westin Laguna Mar Cancun. Definitely a preferable alternative, much more popular than the Westin Resort and Spa. So now before we jump over to number 4, I'd really like to ask, if you're liking this video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button down below. It really does help out these videos. Helps let YouTube know, hey, it's a great video, and they'll push it out to more people. I definitely appreciate it, and thank you very much. Now let's jump over to everybody's favorite location in Florida. That just happens to be Orlando. We're going to talk about here, the resort you want to avoid is Vistana Resort. Now, this one might really upset a lot of people because this is kind of the resort that started it all for Vistana way back in the 80s. Really is a huge resort, 7 pools. It is spread out over a huge area, kind of 2 different sections even, but really big resort, lots of activities, great for kids, great if you play tennis. But like I mentioned, it is kind of old. A lot of the buildings do not have elevators either. So that is one of the drawbacks there, that older resort. No elevators, kind of small clusters of buildings really. The buildings, the rooms, not really all that spectacular, at least not when you compare it to the alternative, and that is Sheraton Vistana Villages over on International Drive. All of the buildings, multi-story, plenty of elevators so you can get to your room without having to hike up a set of stairs. They do have 3 big pool areas over there. They have the pirate ship pool, they have the Bella pool, they have the quieter Key West pool. Really is a lovely resort. We really like Sheraton Vistana Villages. You can't go wrong with that. Like I said, this might really upset a lot of people because some people like Sheraton Vistana Resort, but I have to say, if you can take the alternative of Vistana Villages, well, that's the one I would go with. And now we're going to head back out west, this time a little bit further than we did before. We're going to be heading to Palm Desert, California. And we're going to be talking about the resort you should avoid. That just happens to be the Westin Mission Hills in Ranchero Mirage, California. Kind of right there with Palm Springs. The location actually is not too bad. You have a Costco right there. You have a Sam's Club, number of restaurants and stuff right nearby, just off of Dinah Shore. Now, the only problem with this resort is the main pool is kind of dug down into a bit of a hole, so not really big on the pool there. It does kind of have some lovely little kind of courtyard area, and the full larger 1-bedroom units actually have grills on the patio, so nice to have gas grills there. But overall, this resort kind of has a Sheraton feel to it. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't quite have the same feel as a Westin Vacation Club property. Just kind of what it is. It is older, does feel kind of gated in and kind of rather compact, at least when you compare it to the alternative, which is the Westin Desert Willow Resort Villas. This is a really new modern timeshare resort property. Lots of buildings. I believe, if I count it right, 4 pools, and it isn't even completely built out yet. So great kind of pool to villa ratio. Big pools, they have a water slide, plenty of on-site dining options there as well. And best of all, they kind of have a quiet pool. Now, I won't lie, they do have a quiet pool over at the Westin Mission Hills as well. But our experience was, when we were at that quiet pool, they had some rather loud, blaring music, so not really all that quiet. Like I said here, probably want to avoid the Westin Mission Hills and instead stay at the Westin Desert Willow Villas. Kind of curious to hear your thoughts. Have I upset you at all with this video? What do you think? Have you been to any of these properties? I'd love to hear your comments down below. And if you want to see another video about one of these properties I've mentioned, might be a resort tour, might be a villa tour, might be something else, well, I'll put a link to it right here. That one might change from time to time, so if you watch this video one time, come back and watch it again, well, it might be a different video. So check that out next. Thanks for watching, and remember, until next time, the best destination is always a timeshare.